$35 oil changes. All their technicians are ASE certified. Call A&A The Shop for an appointment. 562-3919 in Anchorage and 696-2096 in Eagle River.
Glen Biegel, you have beautiful teeth.
Why, thank you, Dan Fagan. That's because my family and I have gone to Dr. Dan Kiley for years.
I get scared at the dentist.
Dr. Kiley knows people like you are afraid, so he creates a relaxed atmosphere at his office. People actually like going to the dentist for Dr. Kiley.
I know it's important to have good dental health.
And you look better with good teeth. And Dr. Kiley offers cosmetic dentistry along with general care.
Visit Dr. Dan Kiley at lakeotisdental.com. Call him at 562-9209.
Are you ready? Dan Fagan and Glen Biegel are here. They're gonna tear it up, rip it down, and shoot it straight. Fagan and Biegel in the morning on Hot Talk, KOAN. And now, Fagan and Biegel. Fagan and Biegel.
Well, good morning. And happy Tuesday to you, day after Labor Day. I don't know, what is it, the second, first, third, I don't know my computer. Second day of September 2014, day after Labor Day. I'm Dan Fagan. There's Bonnie Cameron sitting right over there.
Good morning.
Oddly enough, she's smiling again this morning. Very odd, very unusual to have a smile on Bonnie's face.
Yeah.
Glen Legal Biegel, smartest man in America. It's documented. It's on his way in. I guess here's the question, Bonnie, that the pro-death culture folks have to ask themselves.
Wow, we're going to start off with this.
We're going to start.
Go right into it.
We're going to hit the ground running. Do I hate the oil industry enough? Do I loathe big oil enough to temporarily abandon my furvish, rabid support of the death culture? That's what many Alaskans are going to have to ask themselves now that Bill Walker, anti-oil populist / pro-life candidate, is going to be running for governor along with Byron Malott. That Byron Malott, we like him a lot.
That's two unlikely people there.
Well, you know, I was reading the comments on the ADN, and some of the hardcore leftists were going, I will never vote for a pro-life candidate. You know, they're kind of like the immature Joe Miller followers. So it's going to be interesting to see, are the death culture folks, who that's their main issue, the hard left, you know, the Shannon Moores of the world, that's it. It's the death culture. It's the destruction of Israel, getting rid of religion in America, and the death culture. That's really all they're about.
Mm-hmm. They wouldn't put it that way, but yes, that's basically it.
Now you got a guy Bill Walker, who is unabashedly pro-life, rabidly anti-oil. He will restart the Prop 1 debate and reignite the war on oil that Sarah Palin began. And so we'll be right back where we were before with the pipeline, you know, the oil going down and all that stuff. You know, it's made me think, Bonnie, Cameron, there's always battles in life, isn't there?
Yes. There are battles every day.
It's just true. You know, you're always going up against resistance. You agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, here we're smoothing right along. We defeated Prop 1. Looks like Mark Begich is going to go down.
We thought we could take a deep breath and maybe get through this.
Prosperity was just on the horizon. We're doing everything right, and what do you know? The forces that want to destroy our economy, maybe don't realize they do, but that's what they're going to do. They've decided to join together. And, you know, if Bill Walker's our next governor, it's Prop 1 all over again, because he will do with the governor's office what the ballot measure couldn't do, which is go to war with big oil again.
Well, my question is, really, how pro-life is he? If he is willing to abandon that cause, really, how pro-life could he be?
Well, I don't know that he'll be the governor. He's not going to be the lieutenant governor. So you would imagine that if legislation came before him that involved abortion, that he would vote pro-life.
And judges.
And judges, and yeah, you would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was so put off by the fact that they were going to disenfranchise so many voters who voted for either one of these men, or they voted for the Democratic nominee. It's kind of the Lisa Murkowski, Joe Miller thing all over for me, because a lot of people felt disenfranchised by her deciding to go ahead and ignore the vote. So I think that's what's going to go on here again.
What you talking about? The fact that they, because of course Bill Walker didn't have a primary, and
right.
Malott didn't really have a primary. I guess he ran some fringe candidates, but is that what you're talking about in the primary?
Well, the people who voted for the Democratic nominee are being disenfranchised by Bill Walker and Malott just ignoring their vote and saying, we don't care what you said. We're going to do our own thing here.
Yeah. Well, they can't win otherwise. That's kind of their...
Yeah, but it's just ignoring the primary process.
Well, I'm not happy about any of it, because let's just be honest, Bonnie Cameron. Let's just lay it out there. Sean Parnell is not a good candidate.
Oh, no.
I mean, he's really not.
Well,
he's just not a good candidate. Yeah, I think he's a good governor. I think his results have proven to be pretty impressive.
You don't think he will voice his opinion enough, or voice his
Does he? Have you ever heard him raise his voice at all?
Yeah. Well, no, no. But isn't that a good thing?
Well,
sometimes
you've got to have a little passion, right?
Yeah, the passion isn't there. You're right.
It's got to.
Kind of like, give me something, Sean. Come on.
Yeah, no, Bill Walker.
A little bit.
He's a pretty passionate guy, and he's got a great message that really plays to the low information voters. It's us against them. If the oil industry wins, we lose.
Well, and almost half the state went along with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Sarah Palin will probably jump in. She'll be all for the Malott and Walker, because she thinks that we need to go to war with the oil industry.
I would be interested to hear what she thinks about them combining forces, because she is very pro-life. She is very pro-life.
Well, Bill Walker's pro-life.
Yeah, well, Malott is not. He's proud of the fact that he's pro-choice. He puts it in his ad.
Well, most Democrats have to. It's their base.
Yeah, but I've never seen them actually say pro-choice on one of their, newspaper ads.
Yeah.
To print it out and say pro-choice, I'm, pro-killing babies. That's pretty bad. It's getting to where people just don't care. I kind of get down a little bit, because I wonder how much people really care if it doesn't personally affect them. It's troublesome to me.
I'm looking forward to seeing a poll to see how this all shakes out, whether this really is still a heated race. I know the poll I was told about was that Parnell had at least a double-digit lead, 12, 13, 14 points over Walker when it was a three-way race.
Mm-hmm.
Will a lot of these death culture people, that's all they care about. And I'm sure Bill Walker's not going to be highlighting his pro-life position. So who knows? Who knows if some of these folks will come along?
Anything to win it, right?
I don't know. 569-1080, 569-1080. Glenn will be here in a minute. Glad you're here. Give us a call. Let us know what you think. 569-1080. It's Fagan, Biegel, and Bonnie. 569-1080. Biegel, and Bonnie.
Fagan and Biegel on Hot Talk KOAN and online at 1080KOAN.com.